Hi everybody, I'm Hugo Cordova, and welcome to this week's edition of the Major Rundown. Remember, every single week it's about Millsaps athletics. Also, you can catch us on the air every Wednesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. on Metro TV and on the web at gomajors.com and on the Millsaps Athletics YouTube channel. Here's what you'll see on this week's edition of the Major Rundown.
On this week's show, we'll continue our men's basketball on the court series as assistant basketball coach Rodney Rogan demonstrates some rebounding drills with the Major's leading rebounder Ryan Berger. Then we'll head to the baseball diamond and meet one of the Major's top returning pitchers, Will Edwards. He's a senior out of Kosciuszko.
We want to get closed off, and as I'm coming through, make sure we don't tuck too much, keep my head behind the baseball so that everything's going straight and target with the catcher.
But first, let's meet sophomore women's basketball player Velvet Johnson. Velvet had an impressive freshman season last year. She started slow this year, maybe the sophomore jinx, but she has now regained her top form. Here's sophomore women's basketball player Velvet Johnson.
Okay, Velvet, here's your defender. You're on the wing, your favorite spot. What's your best move to get past this guy and get to the basket?
Just a simple right to left crossover and go in for a layup or dish to the post.
Go ahead. How long have you developed that move?
Really my freshman year. He had us working on crossovers and keeping it tight and just driving more to the basket.
Tell me about your high school career. What are your memories?
My memories are making it to South State championship game and winning it and making it to the Coliseum.
Best game in high school. What was your best game?
My best game in high school, I would say it would have to be the Coliseum. Even though we lost, I still hustled and I kept going after every play and I never gave up or put my head down.
Or what was the transition from high school to your first year last year at Millsaps in college basketball? What was that transition like?
I learned that I couldn't blow past people as I used to in high school. And it just took more learning for me as far as basketball and more control in my dribble, just learning different skills and mastering them.
What do you like best, offense, defense?
Defense.
Why?
Because I create my offense for my defense, and it's the most important thing. Defense wins championships and games.
Give me some mechanics on defensive positioning.
Okay, when you're closing out, you want high hands, low hips, and live feet. So that way you can move and guard the offensive player.
Back to basketball, why number 15? Why the number?
Really, my first option was number 11, but 15, I graduated in 2015, so maybe it's a sign.
It makes sense.
Yes, sir, because I was number 11 in high school and I graduated in 2011, so maybe it's a sign for me to pick 15.
So you changed the number when you came to Millsaps?
Yes, sir.
Okay, talk to me about free throw shooting. What's your idiosyncrasies? What do you do before you shoot every time?
Before I shoot every time, I just take simple 4 dribbles and I bend my knees because, like I said, it's all in the legs. And then you just go through with your shot.
Now, Coach Winkleman described you this season as starting slow, like you said, but now you really seem to be coming around and picking up. What happened at the beginning of the year, and describe where you are right now?
At the beginning of the year, I had an ankle problem, and I was on crutches for a while, and so during that time, my confidence left, and I was not the same person. And so now I just started to pick up and realize how much I wanted, because when you're out injured, you really miss it.
You've really picked it up since the start of this year, seems like. In January, you've averaged almost 14 points a game. Is the energy level up? Is the intensity up with you, or what's going on?
The intensity is up because it's conference time and I want a ring.
So it's all about that conference championship?
Yes, sir.
How do you create your own shot?
I create my own shot by being aggressive and just making smart choices. If it's not for me, it's not for me, but if it's there, I will take it.
Do you prefer driving to the basket or outside jumpers?
I prefer driving to the basket to draw fouls or either draw the defense and kick it to the post.
January 20th, on the road at Hendricks. You remember that game?
Yes, sir, I do.
Tell me about it.
Really, it was a close game, but I realized I had to step up and make plays, not only for me, but for the team, because like them, I wanted to win as well, and we do anything to win.
Velvet, 26 points. You were 12 of 18 from the field. What was going on?
I just know when to be aggressive, and I know not to take it easy, to always push myself, and when I need a sub, I ask out, but I just really know when to push myself.
They talk about being in a zone. Were you in the zone in that game?
Yes, sir, I was.
Is that the most points in a game you've scored?
No, sir. I think my freshman year I scored more points, but as far as this season, yes.
Tell me about the name Velvet. Where did that come from?
Well, my mom and my 8th grade English teacher were best friends, and her name is Velvet, so she named me after her.
So tell me about the team right now. You guys are doing really good. What's the talk among the team about conference championship and the goals for this year?
Really, we're just taking it one game at a time. At first, we started out slow, so we had to just embrace the process, and we're learning every day. And hopefully it pays off in the end.
What is it about basketball that you love?
I love it, and it's my passion. It's my first love. The first sport I played. It's everything.
Is it the competition? Is it the grace on the court? Is it?
It's the competition. I love making myself better. I love making my teammates better.
Why did you choose Millsaps?
I chose Millsaps. I made more of an academic decision than a basketball decision.
Tell me about that.
Basically, basketball will always be there, but you have to have education to make it further in life.
What are you majoring in?
Neuroscience and minor in education.
What are your plans?
My plans is to go to medical school and become maybe a surgeon, brain surgeon.
Here's what happened last week around the Major Nation.
First of all, on Saturday, the baseball team cranked up the 2013 campaign by splitting 2 games in the Millsaps Invitational. The first game, they dropped a slugfest, 13-10 in 10 innings to College of the Ozarks, but senior Jared Myers had a 7th inning grand slam in that game. Then the Majors came back in the nightcap and beat Huntington 10-6. The Majors broke that game open with a 4-run 4th inning, so Millsaps now 1-1 on the early season. And the Millsaps lacrosse team opened their 2013 season as well. In a home game, they lost to Piedmont College 10-7 the final score, but freshman Simon Sherman led the way in a good game for the Majors with 4 goals. Then on Sunday, it was not a kind road trip up to Kentucky for the men's and women's basketball teams. Millsaps visited Danville, Kentucky to take on the Center Colonels. In the women's game, they lost 66-55. Shantae Morton led the way for Millsaps, though, with 17 points. Michaela Roberson chipped in 15 points. The Millsaps girls dropped to 10-2 in the SAA, still second place, tied with Center in the SAA conference, just behind Rhodes College. So still in the midst of a good season for the Millsaps Lady Majors. The men's team also fell to Center, 60-46, the final score there. Nick Cortese once again led the way with 12 points. Ryan Berger, a wild man on the boards with 12 rebounds, and Kelly Gilligan had 6 assists. That's what happened last weekend around the Millsaps Major Nation.
Let my hands early, so your arm's not dragging behind, the front side's gonna close. If you break late, your arm's not gonna be able to get through. So after we break, we wanna get a little bit closed. If we're open, when we come through, the ball's gonna go up on our side.
It's a new day in Jackson television. We are Metro TV, serving Madison, Rankin, and Hinds counties with a local flavor. It's all about local people, local places, local events, local business, and local fun. You'll see your friends, your neighbors, and your family on Metro TV. Our goal is to showcase the positive aspects of life in the Jackson metro area, from Brandon and Pearl to Madison, Ridgeland, Flowood, Clinton, Raymond, and Jackson. We'll provide professional quality, informative, entertaining, and fun programming specifically serving the Tri-County metro area. So get to know us. We are Metro TV.
Hi, my name's Will Edwards. I'm from Kosciuszko, Mississippi. I'm a senior, and I'm studying business administration. First off, we want to break our hands early, so your arm's not dragging behind. The front side's got to close. If you break late, your arm's not going to be able to get through. So after we break, we want to get a little bit closed. If we're open, when we come through, the ball's going to go up an arm side. So we want to get closed off. Then as I'm coming through, make sure we don't tuck too much. Keep my head behind the baseball so that everything's going straight and target with the catcher. And we're going to finish through. If we don't finish, we don't get the extra zip and extra spin on the ball.
Give me your leg work.
So you're going to come up as I'm coming through, finish here. Make sure your hips stay closed as long as possible. Then when I start coming through, that's when we'll finish up. We want to try to land right there so we can reach down and touch grass. You always want to try to get as low as possible, flat back. You see major leaguers and all the time, so that's what we work on.
Your thoughts, excitement really is the right word I'm hoping for as we look forward to 2013.
Oh yes, sir. I mean, we came up one game short of winning the conference last year, so it's a big season. We got some new players, and we're looking forward to, a lot of people contributing and, not falling short one game this year and winning that and going for a regional, see what happens after that.
Well, talk to us a little bit, especially as being a pitcher and somebody who pitches on the weekend. Talk about the mental aspect of getting yourself ready for a big start.
Oh, it's definitely an all-week thing. You have to prepare the whole time, right after you have a start. It's big on rehab and resting and stuff like that, getting your arm back, and then just a few days leading up to it, you have to be ready, focus. The mental aspect is huge on it, and it feeds throughout the team. If we have a good series, it leads into the next one, and we pitch well, and we also feed off the hitters. They help us out, score some runs, and we go from there.
Now, just like every other athlete, as pitcher especially, at least I was a creature of habit. Now, are there some things that you do throughout the week that gets you prepared, and if something goes off, it kind of messes with the mojo, so to speak?
Yeah, I think baseball players are known for being superstitious. I'm not too much big on it, but we have a ritual that we do before every game and stuff like that, and you get so used to doing everything that you have to do it the same way before each game or something feels off. So the stretching and all that kind of stuff, I try to do that the same before every game, and then just focus on getting on the mound, throwing strikes, and trying to help us win.
Well, a couple of your teammates, some of them said they prefer just kind of being off on their own, a little alone time before the game. Others, the exact opposite. They want to be around people, kind of be that lighthearted class clown type of thing. What does Will do before a game? I
like to be around people. I usually, during the game, I like to keep to myself, and that's kind of a starter's thing. I pitch, go in the dugout, don't talk much. Before the game, I like the music playing and stuff like that. I like to mess around with the guys in BP, tell them they're looking good, their swing's good and stuff. So make sure everybody, is hyped up and ready to play.
Now, as a pitcher, is there one pitch that you kind of just feel that is your go-to, your bread and butter? It's a 3-2 count that that kind of back in your mind that it's unhittable?
Well, I mean, I feel as a pitcher, you have to have the fastball. I don't, it's not all about speed sometimes, but we really preach location and stuff, so it's fastball. Out pitch, I like to go to the slider, but if you don't have a good foundation with your fastball, you're not going to be successful. So 3-2, I'm going to have to go with the fastball.
Now, is there a certain pitcher, a certain player that you kind of have modeled yourself off of growing up?
I mean, there's a lot of guys. I'm a huge Braves fan, and growing up through the Glavine, Maddox, and Smoltz era, so that was real fun to watch them three pitch all at the same time, just be so dominant. But I think Greg Maddox is one that comes to mind the most because he utilized the location and the movement of his pitches instead of speed. And now you see people throwing high 90s, even triple digits, and we don't have anybody on the staff that can do anything like that. So being able to hit your spots and do stuff like that and see him be so successful, that was a guy.
Now, with this being your senior year, do you kind of take a different mental aspect as far as being a teammate, where you can reach out to some of the younger guys?
Right, I think so. Coach McCain and Coach Page, put it on us to, help the freshmen and help the younger guys learn and, go through the drills and stuff like that. We've been through it. We know what happens in a game situation as much as we do in practice and stuff. So it's, a little bit of our job and their job at the same time to, teach them and get them ready for the season because we're going to need them.
One final question here for you. I know you guys are shifting to a different conference this year, but a lot of the teams, especially towards the top half, are going to remain the same. With this being your senior year, there's a lot of familiarity between you and the opposition. Do you think that kind of helps you, that you can go 1 through 9 and go back through some of the battles that you've had with these people?
Oh yeah, that's important. Getting to have a lot of the people from the other conference. You know, we got to learn some of the guys' swings, some of the holes and stuff, and you know, especially Birmingham Southern, people like that, really good teams. We're looking forward to get some revenge and some losses and stuff like that, but we don't have an automatic qualifier, so you know, we got to do good out of conference as well as in conference, but we're excited about it.
Well, to that aspect, how much does the local games, you guys are going to be participating once again in the Maloney series, how much do you guys get to know the kids from Belhaven and Mississippi College, to where there may be come June a little bit of bragging rights on the line, especially with you being a senior?
Oh yeah, I mean, those are huge, because it gives you the atmosphere of a conference game in the midweek, so it's important to keep us crisp and stuff. And you know, I've never been a big fan of being friends with the other team, so it's not big on that, but it is fun to play those guys and not have to travel too much and be able to get back and study and stuff like that. But just to keep the, you know, excitement and the tempo of the games like conference in the midweek is real important.
Well, after the season is done, what are your goals post senior season?
I just want to, you know, finish, graduate. I got one more year of school after this, be a fifth-year senior, so I just want to, you know, graduate, get my diploma, and then go from there and get out to the workforce. But focus on this one and going to enjoy it while I can.
It's a new day in Jackson television. We are Metro TV, serving Madison, Rankin, and Hinds counties with a local flavor. It's all about local people, local places, local events, local business, and local fun. You'll see your friends, your neighbors, and your family on Metro TV. Our goal is to showcase the positive aspects of life in the Jackson metro area, from Brandon and Pearl to Madison, Ridgeland, Flowood, Clinton, Raymond, and Jackson. We'll provide professional quality, informative, entertaining, and fun programming specifically serving the Tri-County metro area. So get to know us. We are Metro TV.
I'm Ryan Berger, assistant men's basketball coach at Millsaps here with Ryan Berger. Ryan Berger is a junior from New Orleans, and he's one of our better rebounders on the team. So we're going to show a little bit of the drills we do that Ryan works on every day to get better as a rebounder. What we'll do first is form rebounding. Ryan, talk a little bit about that.
Basically what form rebounding is, it's about getting the ball, pursuing it, and putting it in your chin. The ball is strongest when you have it in your chin. Defenders aren't able to swipe it away. It allows you to keep it away from them. That's the drill. We have a drill that simulates that.
Good. Simulates the ball. So Ryan will show us what he's doing when we're doing our form rebounding, and we'll go check it out now. So Ryan's going to throw the ball high off the glass, and he's going to keep the ball up high and finish off the glass with the rebound. Show him that one again, Ryan.
That's the first.
Again, he jumps as high as he can, catches the ball at his highest point, and keeps it up away from the defense and brings up off the glass. Now this time, throw it off the backboard and chin it and go back up. Again, chin the ball, keeping it in a tough position. If the ball is in your chin, it's very difficult for the defense to take the ball away from you, and you're in an advantage when you're that close to the basket if you keep the ball in a powerful position. All right, this time, throw it off the glass, give an up fake, and get the defense in the air. Good. So this time he did the ball fake at the glass, got the defender flying, and hopefully he's good enough to fake and finish through contact off the glass. All right, last one. Let's have a defender trap you on the rebound, and you throw the outlet pass to Murray. Stay tough, outlet, good.
Murray calls for the ball to let Ryan know where the point guard is. Ryan was tough and physical with the ball, turned, looked up the floor, and fired it to his point guard. That's form rebounding. We do that drill every day to emphasize toughness on the block and inside.
Where did you go to high school?
Brother Martin High School. It's in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's an all-boys Catholic school.
Did you play basketball there?
I did. Yeah, I played on the varsity team my junior and senior years.
And how did that go for you?
My senior year, we won the state championship. We were ranked, I think, 7th or 8th in the state at one point, and you know, Cinderella story. We made it to the championship game and had like a 20-point comeback in the second half to win the final.
What role did you play on the team in high school?
I guess I was more of a rebounder, kind of role player. I wasn't a big scorer, but you know, we had other guys that did that for us.
Here's another drill we do to improve offensive rebounding. A lot of times defenders will go try to check you out. Ryan Berger is going to show you some of the moves that he makes to get to the basket, such as the swim move and just getting around the guy as the ball's shot. All right, Ryan, go ahead. Drew's going to shoot the ball. Tully's going to go to try to box Ryan out, but Ryan is going to use his speed and also his swim move to get by Tully and get the rebound. Good, and he's going to chin it as soon as he gets it. What the swim move does when the defender is moving towards you, it enables you to get by the defender and get him on your backside so you can pursue the ball and get the rebound. Let's see that one again. Good. And that enables Ryan again to get to the basket and chin the ball and be in a position to score. That's just one of the moves that Ryan does, one of our better offensive rebounders, and a big part of that is just pursuing every time and going to the glass. With those moves, he's able to get a lot of offensive rebounds for us. So Ryan, what do you like about rebounding? What makes you so good at it?
I like how it's basically, it's you versus your man. You got to be as physical as you can. You know, he's going to be as physical as he can. It's just man versus man, and I like going up against my competitor.
And a big part of what makes you so good is your desire and relentlessness going to the glass.
Yeah, you can't give up on it, no matter what. There's always a chance that, you know, somebody gets a hand on it, so you can't stop pursuing that ball.
And that's what makes you one of our better rebounders. So what do you prefer doing? I know you're out here a lot playing for a score and rebounding. Which really gets you going on the court?
I would much rather have rebounds. I'd rather have, you know, 10, 11 rebounds than 10, 11 points any day.
Because that's what you kind of bring to the team. Not everyone can go up and get those rebounds like you, so that's a big part of how you help us out.
Yeah, that's what I feel my role is. You know, we have guys that can score. My role is to go up there and get the rebounds.
Protect the glass and get us the ball back, offensively and defensively.
Did you have any kind of role model growing up while playing?
Not, I guess, like professional basketball player would be Kobe Bryant. You know, he's got a great work ethic, and he's just a winner. He's always been one of my favorite players.
Who's your favorite rebounder in the league?
Probably Dwight Howard now. I'm a Lakers fan, so Dwight to LA was a big deal for me.
It's a new day in Jackson television. We are Metro TV, serving Madison, Rankin, and Hinds counties with a local flavor. It's all about local people, local places, local events, local business, and local fun. You'll see your friends, your neighbors, and your family on Metro TV. Our goal is to showcase the positive aspects of life in the Jackson metro area, from Brandon and Pearl to Madison, Ridgeland, Flowood, Clinton, Raymond, and Jackson. We'll provide professional quality, informative, entertaining, and fun programming specifically serving the Tri-County metro area. So get to know us. We are Metro TV. Now, here's what's happening around the Millsaps Nation this weekend. First of all, on Friday, the men's and women's basketball teams take off on a road trip to Georgia. They'll take on Berry College. Women's game starts at 5 o'clock. Men's game tips off at 7. And the Millsaps baseball team will be at Piedmont College for a 6 p.m. first pitch. Those games on Friday. Then on Saturday, the Millsaps lacrosse team travels to Louisiana to take on Centenary College. That game 1 p.m. baseball team remains at Piedmont for a game against Birmingham Southern, a 1 p.m. first pitch there. And the Millsaps softball team cranks up their 2013 campaign, their first 2 games of the year, 2 games at Spring Hill. Then on Sunday, the men's and women's basketball teams remain in Georgia for games against Oglethorpe. Women's game starts at 12 noon on Sunday. The men's game tips off at 2 p.m. And the baseball team still at Piedmont College. They'll match up with Lynchburg for an 11 a.m. first pitch on Sunday. That's what's happening this weekend around the Millsaps Nation.
Hey, that's everything for this week's edition of the Major Rundown. Remember, you can catch us on the air every Wednesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. on Metro TV. Also, go to the web at gomajors.com and on the Millsaps Athletics YouTube channel. I'm Hugo Cordova, and that's it for this week's edition of the Major Rundown.